book I brought here. Vaishnava songbook is Bhajavremanu Kenapa. Hare Krishna. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charnar Vindare Bhajahu re mana Shri Dullabha manava janamasa sange Dullabha manava janamasa sange Taraho ye bhava sindhore Taraho ye bhava sindhore Chita atapa Mata barishana yedina jamini jagire Chita atapa mata barishana yedina jamini jagire Bifale se vino kripana durjana Bifale Chapala sukhala bala gire Chapala sukhala bala gire Ye dhana yauvana putra parijana Ithe ki ache para iti hai Ye dhana yauvana putra parijana Kamala dala jala jivana tala mala Kamala dala jala jivana tala mala Bhajahu hari pada nitire Bhajahu hari pada Shravana kirtana Smarana vandana pada sevana dasyare Shravana kirtana smarana vandana pada sevana dasyare Pujana sakhi jana atmani vedana Pujana sakhi Govinda dasa bhilasare Govinda dasa bhilasare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीडी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती शिल भक्त सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की रामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा गोपाल की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gaurang Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurapani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadekshatarine ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। The meaning of this song is, O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, which make one fearless. Having obtained this rare human birth, cross over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly persons. Both in day and at night, I remain sleepless, suffering the pains of the heat and cold, the wind and the rain. For a fraction of flickering happiness, I have uselessly served wicked and miserly men. What assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members? This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. It is the desire and great longing of Govinda Das to engage himself in the 9 processes of bhakti, namely hearing the glories of Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering him and offering prayers to him, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, worshipping him with flowers and incense and so forth, serving him as a friend and completely offering the Lord one's very self. Shri Govinda Das Kaviraj ki jai. So welcome to our morning discussion on the topic of devotees should be haunted by sound vibration. That is Srila Prabhupada books and Guru Vani. I don't know who is the devotee who is haunted, who gave this topic, but it's a very nice topic because haunting is compulsory, either by Krishna or by Maya. Prabhupada once said that materialists think that devotees are crazy, but devotees know that materialists are crazy. Materialists think that devotees are crazy, but devotees know materialists are crazy. But it is also true that we are also crazy. We are crazy in the actual sense that we are crazy for Krishna. And how do we become crazy for Krishna? By hearing about him. The more you hear about Krishna, more we will become mad after Krishna. That's what Rukmini Devi said. She was a small girl of 12 years old, but when she heard from many sages who came to Kautindyapur, to King Bhishmak's kingdom, and mainly headed by Narad Muni, she heard the glories of Lord Krishna, whom she never saw in her life. And she said, just by hearing, O Lord, your glories, your form, beauty of your form, I am madly attracted to you. Shrutva gunan bhuvan sundara shrunvatam te what it says, nirvishya karna vivare harato angatapam. So she says, just by hearing your glories, Shrutva Gunan, the glories of your qualities, and Krishna's qualities are amazing. The more we hear about him, his qualities, the more we fall in love with him. Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara, you are most beautiful person in Tribhuvan, in 14 planetary system. Sundaram, Sundarate. Nirvishya Karna Vivarer Harato Angatapam. Through the ear holes when Krishna Katha enters, then Harato Angatapam, all the burning that we have in gross body also and in subtle body also, both the burnings are dissipated. Gross body gets heated up because of too much hot heat outside, and subtle body mind gets heated up because people insult us. Then there are so many material desires which burn like anything. Na jatu kama kamanam shamyena upabhogati havisha krishna vartmeva bhuya eva avivaradate. The material desires, the more you try to satisfy them, the more they increase like fire and they burn like anything. That's why gopis also say, Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham shravanamangalam Srimadattatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Purita Janaha. In Gopi Gita, when Krishna disappeared from the in between Ras Leela arena, gopis were very frantically searching for him in whole of forest, here, there, everywhere, but they still could not get him. So they were burning like anything. In separation from Krishna, they were burning. So both the parties burn. The materialistic people, because they don't get everything that they desire, that is how the material world is, that's how one becomes miserable. One will not get what one wants, and one will get those things which one doesn't want. Thus he will be burning. So materialists burn being separated from their desired objects, sense objects, and spiritualists burn being separated from Krishna. Viraha Agni. So both burn, and for both the people, remedy is Krishna Katha only, hearing. So that's why one has to be haunted by hearing. Similarly, in the beginning of 10th canto, by the end of 9th canto, Srila Shukadeva Goswami described to Parikshit Maharaj entire Surya Vamsha and Chandra Vamsha. And Chandra Vamsha, as he was describing, in 2 slokas or so, he talked about Krishna. And that's it. And he was going ahead. Then Parikshit Maharaj said, wait. Don't cut it short. As far as Lord Ram in 9th canto, as a descendant in Raghuvamsh or in Surya Vamsh, you talk shortly, that's okay. 3 chapters are only there, or hardly 2 chapters are there. But about Krishna I want to hear very elaborately. So there he says, Nivrutta tarse rupagiyamanat bhavaushadhat shrotra manobhitamat kauttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajyet vina pashupnat. So he said, Nivrutta tarser upagiya manat. When one hears Krishna Katha, Nivrutta tarser, all the Trishna for material sense gratification, etc., it's all removed. Bhavaushadhat, it is Bhavaushadi. We have been inflicted by Bhavarog, the disease of the repetition of birth and death, Samsruti, Samsar, samsruti, again and again, repetition. Birth, old age, disease, death, birth, old age, disease, death, birth, old age, disease, death, birth, old age. How long this will go on? So he says Bhavaushada. For those who have got Bhavarog, for them there is Bhavaushadi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says the same thing also. Ene Aushadhi Maya Nashibaro Lagi Hari Nama Maha Mantra Lao Mimagi. তোমারে লইতে আমি হইনু অবতার আমি বিনা বন্ধু আর কে আছে তোমার. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the expert physician, doctor, Vaidya, who can relieve us of our bhava rog, that repetition of birth and death, by giving us bhavaushati. He says, I have brought this Hare Krishna Mahamantra from Golok Vrindavan for viewers' sake only. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the culmination or the essence of all the Vedic scriptures, all the shlokas, all the glories of the Lord. Ultimately they condense into one thing only. Oh Krishna, the all attractive one, the reservoir of pleasure Rama and Radharani, the internal energy of the Lord. Please engage me in your loving devotional service. That's the essence. So but then how will we fall in love with them? Only when we hear about them. As Rukmini Devi heard about Krishna without seeing him, she fell in love with Krishna. Like that, we will also fall in love with Krishna when we hear sufficiently about Krishna. Same Nivruttatar se upagiyamana dhoshada shrotra manobhiramat. So it is very, when one hears, it is very pleasing to the mind. Ka uttama shloka gunanuvadat. Who will not be attracted to Krishna Katha? Puman Virajya Vina Pashubhna, except for a butcher, except for killer of the self. Butcher kills the animals, and killer of the self means the soul's tendency can be satisfied fully when he comes in touch with Krishna, when he hears about Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes. But only a butcher will be merciless fellow who will not be interested in hearing Krishna Katha. Otherwise, it is very, very pleasing. Same thing Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita that Macchitta Madagata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. When my devotees come together, they always converse about me. Their minds are fixed on me and their lives are dedicated to me. Their body, mind and words are all engaged in relation to me only. Macchitta, their minds are fixed on me. Madgataha Prana, their lives are dedicated to me, that means body. And Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. When they discuss about me, converse about me, then they give pleasure to each other. So they use their speaking ability also, speech also about Krishna. So thus one can be fully haunted by hearing about Krishna. Our Lord Kapila also says to Mother Devavati, Satam prasangan mama virya samvidho bhavanti rutkarna rasayana kataha tajjoshanadashu apavarga vartmani shraddha ratir bhaktiram anukramishati. Satam prasangan, in the association of devotees. Satam prasangan mama virya samvidho, I get invigorated, I get inspired. For what? For hearing Krishna Katha. Satam prasangan, or performing devotional practice. Satam prasangan mama virya samvindo bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha. So karna rasayan, this is a nice elixir, nice beverage or nice nectar for the ears. Bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha, for heart and for ears, such a pleasing sound vibration. Tat joshana dashu apavarga vartmani. So being inspired by that, one is at once put on the path of liberation. Ashu, very quickly. Apavarga. Pavarga is pa, fa, ba, bha, ma. Parishram, hard work. How many people outside? I travel so much and I really wonder how people are so much mad after working so hard. Money is the driving force, but what is that money? He cannot use, as we always have been saying. 30% only person uses in his life. 70% is passed on to the next generation. So much money is not required. In fact, that 30% is also not required. If one just expresses, Krishna, I am yours. I am your child, you take care of me. Krishna will take care. Is he incompetent fellow who doesn't have any strength? He says, oh sorry, I am old now. I was born 5,000 years back, my dear son. I don't have any ability. He is ever fresh, ever youthful. So if only faith is there, one doesn't have to work at all for material energy, for one's maintenance. That's what is one of the 6 symptoms of surrender. That Gopatrutve Varnam Tata. Krishna is my maintainer. बड़ो दुख पाइयाछि स्वतंत्र जीवने दुख दूरे गेलो ओ पदवराणे. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, बड़ो दुख पाइयाछि. I achieved unlimited misery, distress in my life. बड़ो दुख, not दुख. बड़ो दुख पाइयाछि. पाया मैंने. स्वतंत्र जीवने, because I was living life independent of you, O Lord. Dukkha dure gelo. Dukkha went far, 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 far away. I can't even see where is dukkha in my life. Or that fellow who was there, who had embraced me for so many lifetimes, where is he gone? Can't see also. Dukkha dure gelo. Opada varane. When I chose your lotus feet. So anybody who holds on to the lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna is the maintainer. Amitava nitya dasa janinu ye bara আমার পালন ভার এখন তোমার. I am your eternal servant. Amitava nitya janinu ye bar. Now I have realized it. Amara palan bar, my maintenance, ekhono tomar. Now it is your responsibility. I don't care. I just raise my hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Srivas Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu approached and said, hey Srivas, you have a big family, 5 brothers. Eldest brother had left body, Nalina Pandit. His daughter was Narayani. All, so many, 4 brothers and 5 wives of those 5 brothers. And then sons and daughters and maid servants, so many. But I don't see you going for job 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 or night shift, first shift, second shift, third shift. I never see you going only. So how do you maintain yourself? And then his answer was, and Mahaprabhu said, what does that mean? He says, when 3 times anything lacks in my house, family, for the maintenance of all the devotees who are devoted to Krishna, by the time 3rd clapping, if I don't get it, I will drown myself in the Ganges. And Mahaprabhu said, even if Lakshmi becomes a beggar, goes door to door begging, in your house there will not be any scarcity. Yogakshemam Vahamiham. So Prabhus and Matajis, if only you can develop faith. Look at me. 25 years jobless. Bank account of a huge hero. He's a huge hero. No money. And blissful life. Heart is filled with Krishna and account is bankrupt. No problem. Material account. Spiritual account should be filled. It is not yet 100%, but we are trying to fill in. So this is how one can then be completely peacefully hearing Harikatha. Otherwise so much maintenance. I maintain myself by my job, and the job is there. Our studies are there. College is there. So there is no other responsibility for a jiva than to surrender to Krishna, to depend. Prabhupada on America's Independence Day, when Prabhupada was told, Prabhupada, today is America's 200th Independence Day. Prabhupada said, oh, America's Independence Day. The real independence is to declare one's dependence on Krishna. Prabhupada's famous statement, powerful statement. The real independence is to declare one's dependence on Krishna. Oh Krishna, I depend on you. I am helpless, I cannot maintain myself, nothing. You please do. And Krishna will do everything. He is kind mother. He is kind father. He is everything for us. So if we can do that, then we can peacefully hear. So the more you hear about Krishna, you will fall in love with Krishna, and then you will give up your studies, you will give up your job, you will give up your relatives, you will give up your social duties, family responsibilities, national duties. You will come to Krishna. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shusha. Gopis were doing their household duties. Some were washing vessels, some were caring for the children, some were doing some other cooking, etc. And then Krishna played on the flute, Pancham Swar, 5th note, and it entered in the ears of gopis. And Krishna's call is individual to each living entity, each gopi. Hey Lalite, Radhe, Vishakhe, come, I'm waiting for you. And then all threw away their vessels and everything. They ran, and their relatives tried to stop them. Hey, where are you going? I'm going where one should go, or from where one should not have come only. They ran in the midnight. This is the power of hearing Krishna's flute sound. And that same flute sound, when Krishna plays, it enters in the ear also of Brahma, and it comes out as Vedic literatures, the Vedic mantras, Vedic shlokas. So when we hear in parampara, pure parampara, without any adulteration, pure, for sure, not petrol, this Harikatha. So when we hear it, we go mad, just like gopis go mad. Gopis went mad immediately. I don't know why we take so much. So many years I am coming here, but no problem, I will continue coming. Before I die at least, hopefully everybody will join as brahmachari. So we will not give up. Prabhupada was man of no discouragement. Devotees glorify him. So we should also be followers of Prabhupada. We should never get discouraged. Someday hum honge kamayab. Like that. So there are many glories of Krishna Katha. Unlimited glories as such. And in the 1 to 18 also, as Krishna says, Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtaki. For especially getting rid of anarthas. Anartha nivritti is the longest phase one could ever experience. Other things are very easy in one sense. Previous Shraddha only of previous life, one is attracted to sadhus. And sadhus will naturally tell him, do bhajan, take this mala, come to temple, take this prasad, dance in front of the Lord. They will naturally inspire one for bhajan. That is a sadhu. Sadhu is not for one who will say that, oh, may you flourish in your material life, may you get dhanam, janam, sundari. Sadhu means he will tell you to do bhajan. And if you are already doing bhajan, he will tell you how to do more bhajan or how to do better bhajan. This is the job of the sadhu. So bhajan kriya also begins, and then with bhajan, by bhajan, once anarthas start going out of the heart. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And they go quite slowly in one sense. It can take many lifetimes, especially because of the lower modes of passion and ignorance. The sadhaka is very ignorant and passionate. He commits offenses, and thus he destroys his spiritual growth. That's why hearing and chanting from pure devotees is very much recommended. If that is done, then within short time, sadhu sanga, sarva shastri hoy, lava matra sadhu sange, sarva siddhi hoy. So what is the power of the sadhu, purity of the sadhu, his mad attraction for Krishna, and what is your receptive level, how much you are ready for from him. See, these two factors, if they are very nice, then very quickly one will himself become pure devotee. It doesn't take much, it doesn't take long. It happens very quickly. So this all happens by sound only. Krishna says Shabda Khe, that the sound in the sky, I am that. That represents Krishna actually. But unfortunately, people speak about Krishnetara subject matters. Apart from Krishna, so many other subject matters. Family life, social life, political life, national life, and sports, movies, and a number of such topics. If you see on internet, what not all kachara is there, garbage of the entire creation. And how people, aborigines, the tribals, what all they eat, how they catch insects, and how they cook them, and how they are eating, the family members, how the children are enjoying the meat. All that trash is all there in the mobiles, in the internet and all that. So one should not get carried away by such sounds. One should be touched by the spiritual sound vibration. Krishna's flute sound, that's what we should hear. Whatever we hear, that's what we are attracted to. All that you can see, MacBook and iPhone, mobiles, coming to IIT. You heard about it and you got charmed, got attracted, and then that's how you land up there. That's so. For hotels also, anything for that matter, foodstuffs, you want to eat, you eat, and then you are madly attracted to it. You get addicted to it, attached to it. So we have to hear that about Krishna. If we do that, then it is very, very powerful. That is how we will become completely attached to Krishna. Otherwise, it takes long time. So some of the glories of Krishna Katha, I will just explain. So he says, when Vidura and Uddhav they met, and Maitreya Muni. So some section over there he says, although there is no difference between the Lord's pastimes of appearance and disappearance, the devotees of the Lord do not generally discuss the subject matter of his disappearance. When Krishna had left, so Vidurji was not told about that. Vidur inquired indirectly from Uddhav about the incident of the Lord's disappearance by asking him to relate Krishna Katha or topics on the history of Lord Krishna. Thus Uddhav began the topics from the very beginning of his appearance as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. If you see the third canto, I think second, third chapter, Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, Krishna's pastimes in Mathura, in Dwarka, they all are elaborately discussed by Uddhav when he was just asked about, tell me something about Krishna, and he completely gets lost only. So that's how a devotee is always with Krishna. Krishna also says, Naham tisthami vaikunte yoginam hridayeshu va tatra tisthami narada yatra gayanti madbhaktaha. I don't reside in Vaikuntha, I don't reside in the hearts of yogis, but I reside where my devotees come together and chant my glories. So thus, devotees coming together and discussing about Krishna is very pleasing to Krishna. Very, very pleasing to Krishna. And the same sound vibration, when you offer it to others also, Nachadasman Manusheshu Kashyam me Priyakritama. There is no one more dear to me than he who preaches my message to others. So more and more Krishna Katha should be spread. That Gopi song, they say, Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Viriditam. Those who are very intelligent, though they worship Krishna Katha as the most auspicious. Kavi Bhiriditam Kalmashapaham. All the contamination of the heart will be removed very quickly. The more you hear Krishna Katha, the more your heart will be purified quickly. But unfortunately what happens, we hear Krishna Katha not so much, and worldly talks, Gramya Varta, we hear a lot. So it's a competition between how much you hear Krishna Katha and how much you hear Gramya Varta, Gramya Katha. Gramya Katha, Krishna Katha, Gramya Katha, Krishna Katha. So that we have to see what we are hearing more. If you are finding that I am not so happy in Krishna consciousness, that means your Gramya Varta, Gramya Katha is being heard more. And if you are very blissful, that means Krishna Katha is being heard a lot. That's how you are blissful. So I directly proportional. Maya makes one miserable and Krishna makes one happy. Krishna is Satchidananda, so Ananda is already there. And Maya is Trigunamayi. She is filled with three modes, Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. So ignorance gives complete distress, and passion is so-called imaginary happiness, but that is also troublesome. And goodness, the so-called happiness, is also mundane happiness only. So thus all the three modes are very, very, very dangerous. So whenever one associates with Maya, one will be miserable. And if one associates with Krishna, he will be ecstatic, he will be blissful. So it's a very direct thing. If all of us see, any one of us we see that I am miserable, that means you are associating with Maya for sure. Lot of mic means not this mic, Maya's sound vibration is being heard. And Krishna Katha is not being heard that much. Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan is lacking in one's life. That's why one is miserable. So just increase Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is so powerful that simply by entering into a person's ear, it can at once give deliverance from the bondage of family affection. So, Grihasthas, you can see now Mataji has come early in the morning. Now, so many Matajis in house, they can't think of going out of house. Mataji has come all the way. Why? Because Krishna Katha is very intoxicating. One says, okay, family responsibility. I did it, basic minimum, and husband is gone now. And now I am free. Let me go for Krishna Katha. So very powerful. And people like brahmacharis, they will give up family life completely. They will never go home. When I joined as a brahmachari, I heard somehow that in Radha Gopinath temple they are planning to make a policy that as a brahmachari joins brahmachari ashram, for first 5 years he will not go home, because a lot of attachment is there to mother, father, they will cry and all, and he will be affected. Oh, mother is crying so much, so he becomes weaker going home. So better let us make a policy, 5 years he will not go home. They were thinking of making policy. Somehow it came to my ears, then thought, oh, this is very good idea, I will not go home for 5 years. I was in Pune, but I thought I will not. So I did not go home for 3 years. Like that. But then after 3 years I was made in charge for bus party, book distribution bus party. So then I was thinking, because I knew entire hometown and around, I thought there are so many companies over there. Patal Ganga Industrial Estate is there, Reliance, Orke, Bombay Dyeing, Siddheshwari, so many companies, chemical companies. So then I thought they are very good ground for distribution of books. So I went there, advance party myself and one devotee, brahmachari. So we took prasad carried. So we took in the morning, afternoon we took some fruits. Evening we were wondering what to take. Somehow in his house, somehow we stayed, old house cleaned by his mother. So we stayed there, but she was not staying there. So there was no food for us. So then that brahmachari said, your house is nearby only, na? Why can't we go there? I said, yeah. Because 2 years were remaining, na? 5 years or not 3 years. So then I called my mother. I said, can I come? Can both of us come? She said, okay, come. And after going, she said, where were we? 6 months. So why didn't you come? So again I was thinking. Then after taking prasad, we said we are going there. She said, it's so late in the night, 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's all a rural area. No lights, street lights. So why are you going? It's risky. I said, no, our bead bags are there and all. And after a few days, I had to bring the entire bus party with 5-6 brahmacharis. So that time also we stayed at home only because other things were there. So to the degree why this happened to me, because of hearing lot of Krishna Katha. My record was, after joining voice 3rd semester, I never went home in any of the winter vacation and summer vacation. I studied in Shri Radha Kunjaveri temple and brahmachari ashram only with Radheshampur, in the Radheshampur room only. Those years brahmachari boys a lot. At least myself I would stay with Radheshampur only. So when I was 18 years old only, that time only I joined. And when the college would restart after 20-25 days of winter vacation or 30-35 days of summer vacation, then I would go home Saturday, Sunday, 2 days. It was nearby only. So that's it. So much association, so much hearing. And in 1998, I would go every weekend to Radha Gopinath temple, Mumbai, to hear from His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And it was so intoxicating. Saturday morning, Bhagavatam class. Then Saturday evening, in one of the suburbs of Bombay, there would be Pandal program. Thousands of devotees and new people also. Because that was Radha Gopinath temple in its, it was flourishing. It was increasing its congregation and all. Top leaders were there. But overall congregation was hardly of 300-400 devotees. So from there, now they have 9,000-10,000, 15,000. So it was, in the development stage. So we would be ecstatic. At the end, Kirtan would be there on stage, Maharaj said, and then along with the brahmachari, I would also be dancing to and fro like that. It was amazing. Just Maharaj is there on the harmonium on a huge stage, and we are behind him. We are going backward. And our entire thousands of devotees in that pandal on the ground, they are moving forward. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It was intoxicating. I forgot the whole world. And like that, 3-4 months I went, then I understood my account money is gone, so much Bombay going. In those years, I'm not sure how much, but it was like 50 to 70 rupees maybe, something like that, going and then coming. So around 150-200 rupees. But every weekend it is going. So then I thought, and if I ask money from parents, they will come to know how his expenditure has increased. So I was wondering what to do. So then somebody, because desire to hear and associate with Guru was there. So somebody told me that in college, for college students who are non-earning, there is facility of monthly pass. You can fill some form, submit in the railway, and you can have pass for 3 months, 400 rupees, Bombay, free. Just 400 rupees you fill. So I filled that form and submitted with a college identity card, and wow, then I got that railway identity card that I am a pass holder. For 3 months, I can travel between Bombay and Pune unlimitedly, as n number of times. I utilized it like anything. Every weekend I would go by train only. Earlier I was going by bus and sometimes train, but now train, because this is done. So the more you hear about Krishna, more you'll go mad. How many of you feel that I'm mad to some extent? Say Hari Bol. So this is because of Krishna Katha only. Because Krishna is mad. He's mad after Radharani. So we heard about him, so we get mad after him. It is a chain of disciplic succession. All acharyas are mad. Down the line, Prabhupada is mad like anything. At the age of 70, no money, no health. He's going to the foreign land to die there. So he is mad. Then he made so many Americans, Europeans mad. So we also became mad then. काम से चले गए हम. सभी घर वालों ने सर्टिफिकेट दे दिया. When Giraj Swami Maharaj joined as a brahmachari, and after some months or years when he went home, parents were very much, because he was the son of the richest, one of the richest lawyers, top lawyer of Chicago. Father was very educated, top lawyer of Chicago, and he was also the graduate of Brandeis University in US. So when he went home, they took him to psychiatrist, and psychiatrist asked him many questions. So what is this? How did you forget your parent? He said, yeah, that is how Maya works, I forgot Radha and Krishna. But you understand who you are, Yeah, actually I'm not body, I'm spiritual. That after 10-15 minutes, that psychiatrist went crazy. So he came out. Parents were in the next, outside that clinic. But the walls were not very thick. They were like cardboard kind of. So the conversation was heard by Giraj Maharaj inside. So our parents asked, so is there any hope that our son could come back to normal life? He's gone crazy. He said, if I associate with your son for 10-15 more minutes, I will become Hare Krishna devotee. Please spare me, I don't want to associate with your son. Your son is permanently damaged. And he told Giraj Maharaj, after coming to India or wherever, he told Prabhupada that is what psychiatrist said. Prabhupada said, this is such a nice certificate. All our devotees should get this certificate by all the materialists, that your son is permanently damaged. Irreversible damage. It cannot be reversed. He cannot be repaired only. Gone crazy forever. So if you could be like that, you are most fortunate. So family affection is an illusory manifestation of the external energy, and it is the only impetus for all mundane activities. Why people work so hard? For my wife, for my parents, for my children. That's it. And what about whole world? Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, yesterday evening we were discussing. Those who are broad-minded, for them everybody on planet Earth is their mother, father, brother, sister. That's it. So not that only one lady as my wife, and one lady as my mother, one father, and one brother, two brothers, sisters. That's it. No. Everybody. Because Krishna is the father. Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pratapitah. Sarve Yonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya. I am the seed giving father for everyone. Krishna is father of everyone. Pitamahasya Jagato Mata Dhata Pitamaha Vedyam Pavitram Omkara Ruksam Yajurevacha. He says that he is the father of everyone. So once consciousness broadens by hearing, and one is not limited. The 5 types of consciousness are there: Avrutta, Sankuchit, Mukulit, Vikasit, Purna Vikasit. Avrutta is in the trees. They are so covered consciousness, they are literally not exactly dead, but they appear to be dead only. No matter what you do with the tree, you cut the branches, you punch it, it doesn't say anything. As if dead, but it is not dead. It's not like this and in tree. The consciousness there, but quite covered. Avrutta. Then Sankuchit, contracted. That's in the animals. So they are more developed. If you pick up a stone, the dog nearby will run away. So he has that understanding. But human beings have Mukulit consciousness. That is budding stage, like bud, Kali. Kali is still covered with green, that foliage kind of thing. Slowly it opens up. So then when one takes to devotional service, it becomes Vikasit. From what is that? Avrutta Sankuchit Mukulit. From Mukul, from bud, it starts Vikasit. It starts blossoming. And when one is a pure devotee, it is fully blossomed flower. Fully developed consciousness. And in that consciousness, everybody is seen as part and parcel of Krishna. That is the beauty of approaching the lotus feet of the spiritual master. 434 Krishna says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnana sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina satodashana. That approach the spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service. And then what happens to such a person? That he tells in 435, next verse, that when you hear from self-realized spiritual master, they will impart knowledge, because they have seen the truth, they have seen Krishna. So they reveal Krishna to us, and by that what happens? Then your illusion about worldly life goes away. Then you see all living entities are Krishnas. They are Krishna's parts and parcels, and they are in Krishna. That's why you hate no one. No matter how much ever rudely or in a cruel way people behave with you, you are not disturbed, because you know they are in Krishna. They are Krishna's children. Krishna loves them. Just like Jesus Christ, the best example. He was crucified, and all the people below, they were looking at him, laughing at him, said, just see, you claim to be the king of all these Christians. What happened to you? You got crucified. You will soon die. He said, "Oh Lord, please forgive them, for they know not what they do." Those who are criticizing him, he is praying to Krishna for their deliverance, for being forgiven. When he was asked that, Master, should we forgive a person 7 times? He said, yes, 7 times, 70 times. 7 times, 70 times. That means unlimited times you should forgive a person. So that is the sadhu. So this happens by hearing about Krishna. Inquire from spiritual master submissively and then render service. Render service, 2 services to spiritual master, Vani Seva and Vapu Seva. Vapu is limited for some time and for few only, not all the time for everyone. But Vani is for everyone all the time. So when one renders Vani service to spiritual master, then spiritual master opens the eyes, Chakshurun Militamena. And by that one sees all living entities are Krishna and he hates no one. He never. Krishna says the qualities of pure devotees. First he says Advaishta. Advaishta sarva bhutanam. Maitra karuna evacha. See, Advaishta. He hates no one. And next is Maitra. He is friend to everyone. What amazing thing. Though others may spit on you, pass urine stool on you, but you are friendly to them. Because you understand that. Just like children we take with love, we take them arms and they pass urine stool. So we continue our love for them. And they are ignorant. So likewise, you may say, no, but this person is very elderly, 32-year-old. How can he pass urine and stool? No. He is physically grown up, but not mentally and spiritually to no growth. One will be compassionate. Jiva Daya, being compassionate to such ignorant souls, is the characteristic hallmark of a pure devotee and a sadhu. So thus, one's attraction for worldly life decreases, and that is a sign of advancement. Just like when we have fever, our temperature is very high and appetite is very low. But as we take medicines and follow the diet, etc., pathya, then what happens? The temperature goes down and diet goes up, isn't it? And then you come to healthy state. So temperature, not it goes down to 0, but it goes down to whatever that 98.6 or something. So that is appropriate. And similarly, diet also comes to yuktahar viharasya. So that is how our worldly attractions should decrease and attraction to Krishna should become increase. So then that is the sign of advancement in spiritual life. As long as there is mundane activity and the mind is absorbed in such engagement, one has to undergo the repetition of birth and death. So that's why Krishna Katha should be heard. Then he says, Bhagavad Gita, which is direct Krishna Katha, gives humanity the elementary lesson that the body is perishable and that the consciousness which is spread throughout the body is imperishable. Avinashi tu tadvidhi yena sarvam idam tatam vinasham avyasyasya nat kashi kartumarasi. So Avinashi to tadvidhi, know that Avinashi, that imperishable soul within you. Avinashi to tadvidhi yena sarvam idam tatam. That consciousness because of the soul is all pervading in your body. Vinasham avyasyasya. But the body is going to be perishable only. It will be perished. So with our perishable body, we can earn imperishable wealth. Now when you earn currency notes, rupees, dinar, cents, dollars, this is all perishable wealth. But if we use it for hearing about Krishna, for Krishna consciousness, then we will earn imperishable wealth. Neha vikramana shosti pratyavayano vidyate swalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahatuvaya. Once one begins this spiritual endeavor, there is no end to it. Even little practice, little endeavor will not meet with destruction, diminution. It will not diminish. It will remain intact with you. For the time being, it may get covered over, but otherwise it still remains. So the impersonalists, their impersonal conception of the self as distinct from the body keeps them in the mode of goodness within material nature, and unless they are attracted by Krishna Katha, they will never be liberated from the bondage of material existence. For impersonalists also, he says, Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirgranta api urukrame kurvanti ahetu kim bhaktim itham bhuta guno hari. Atma Ram, the Mayavadis, Gyanis, they are Atma Ram, they are self-satisfied. They are not attracted by mundane beauty, mundane wealth and all. They are least bothered. They know it is all source of miseries only. What is that? Antava dukkha yonishu evaya. अंतवंतु इमे देहा, यही संस्पर्शजा भोगा दुख योनय एवते. Any sense object you touch, eyes see beautiful form with the desire to enjoy, ears hear melodious music, the fingers of the skin touches some pleasurable objects, and nose nice fragrance. So yehi samsparshaja yoga get connected through the sparsh. Even eyes seeing the beautiful form, it's called sparsha only. Sparsha is not just our hands or something touching. That is one thing, that is skin touch. But vision touch is also there, and then audible touch is also there, all that is there. Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yona ya evate. It's a yoni. From yoni comes a child. So who is the yoni? Who is the child? Dukkha. Dukkha only will be born when one sees eyes. With eyes he sees beautiful forms for enjoyment, ears for melodious voice, and tongue for palatable dishes, etc. So it will all produce misery only. So such Atma Ramas who know this and they are satisfied, self-satisfied. Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirgrantha api urukrame. They are not attached to anything. Nirgrantha. There is no granthi. There is no hard knot in their heart. There is no knot only. Nirgrantha api urukrame. But still, to Lord Urukrama's qualities, they get attracted. Kurvanti ahetukim bhaktim. They perform devotional service to the Lord. Ahetuki. Itham bhuta guno hari. Being attracted to Krishna's wonderful qualities. Just like Shukdev Goswami. Born 16-year young boy, 16 years he's in the womb of his mother and he's not ready to come out. With the full understanding, if I come out, there are so many miseries. Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devi, Klesh, lust, pride, greed, envy, anger, illusion. He's not ready to come out. And Vyasdev is frustrated. What is this? 16 years, that lady will also have difficulty. So then he went all the way to Dwarka. Krishna came and Krishna said, my dear child, please come out. He said, no Lord, a lot of misery outside, let me remain inside only. So then Lord said, don't worry, for you it will not be so. You will be born liberated soul, you will not be disturbed by any misery. So because Lord assured, and because he spoke very nicely, Lord only gave him the name Shukdev. He speaks parrot like a parrot very sweetly. So he told Vyasdev, give him the name Shukdev. And he was born 16-year young boy. As soon as born, straight going to forest only. Because he's a liberated soul, he can't understand this is mother who gave me birth just now. And is the father. Because liberated, he just can't understand on the bodily platform. Those who are on bodily platform, they identify, this is my mother who gave me birth, this is my father who maintained me. Those who are liberated souls, they cannot understand it. So he started walking only, and the father Vyasdev is running, Ares, beta, suno, Shukdev. And what it is said, taro api nenutu. The only trees were echoing back. Putra, Putra, my dear son, my dear son. And the echo was coming. The echo was having the trees, because trees also, they have fruits and pollination and all that. The flowers go somewhere else and next generation. So they also don't have their children with them. So the trees were also, Putra, Putra, yes, हमारा पुत्र भी चला गया. ये व्यक्ति जो है व्यासदेव, ये भी रो रहे हैं, उनके पुत्र भी जा रहे हैं, हमारा भी चला गया. पुत्र पुत्र पुत्र, सब उनका फ्रीक्वेंसी मैच हो रहा है और इसका फ्रीक्वेंसी मैच ही नहीं हो रहा है शुकदेव का. He just went. So then Vyasdev understood what is the way. So then he arranged, one of his disciples was a woodcutter, told him cut the wood in the forest and there sing the Bhagavatam verses. And just 2 verses, Barahapidam Natvarovapu and Aho Bakiyam Stanakalaputam. Just by hearing these 2 verses, Shukdev went mad. He went to that woodcutter, said, come on sir, what is this? So these are verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. Who? Where can I get to hear? So your father only, Vyasdev. He is the writer. So really? So then again he came back home and he heard entire Bhagavatam from his father. So you see, Nirganta api urukrame kurvanti ahetukim bhaktim itham bhuta guno hari. These are the sublime, most loving, sweet qualities, pastimes of Krishna. That's why everybody gets attracted. Unless this impersonalists, they get attracted by Krishna Katha, they will never be liberated from the bondage of material existence. Krishna Katha is the only remedy for all people of the world because it can situate one in pure consciousness of the self and liberate one from material bondage. To preach Krishna Katha all over the world as recommended by Lord Chaitanya is the greatest missionary activity. And all sensible men and women of the world may join in this great movement started by Lord Chaitanya. Srila Prabhupada's appeal to all of us. All sensible men and women of the world may join in this great movement started by Lord Chaitanya of spreading Krishna Katha. Gopisi Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Shravana Mangalam. It is very auspicious for hearing. All inauspiciousness from your life and heart will be driven out. To the degree you hear Krishna Katha attentively. Shravana Mangalam Shri Madatatam. All opulence will come. All the prosperity will come. Just see, Sudama is hearing Krishna in Dwarka. And what's happening there? Entire palace is coming up there. That's it. Because Lakshmi is concerned that he fed my Lord, he pleased my Lord. So how can he be a poverty-stricken person? People will say, shame on you. The guest of your husband is in poverty. She arranged everything. He donated Krishna and Krishna donated nothing. So it will be disgrace for Lakshmi. She arranged immediately. So Shravana Mangalam Shrimada Tatam. That he also says, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanudhara, Tatra Sri Vijaya Bhutir, Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. 4 things. Where there is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and where there is a devotee, like Arjuna. So when devotees come together, what they do? They discuss about Krishna. That is how Krishna is there. So when Krishna is there, devotee is there, means Krishna Katha is there. And then 4 things are sure. Shri, there will be opulence. Vijay, victory. Devotees will be victorious in all fields of life. They cannot be defeated anywhere. Just not possible. They will defeat Maya ultimately. What to speak of anything small representative of Maya. Tatra Sri Vijaya Bhuti. Extraordinary power. You can see Prabhupada. They had the slogan, never believe anybody above 30. Prabhupada was not 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus. He was 70 plus. And they just did not believe Prabhupada. They laid down their lives to satisfy Prabhupada. And they went to all the nook and corners of the world to spread Krishna consciousness just to please Prabhupada. So much they became mad after. So extraordinary power Prabhupada had. Prabhupada in Bombay, because Bombay is the business capital of India. And there are so many rich people there, businessmen. When Prabhupada came back successfully with foreign disciples, and Juhu temple was in the construction and all that. So Prabhupada would give Bhagavatam classes and these rich people would come like members. And Prabhupada would say, just see, who is the businessman who would start his business with 40 rupees? I went to America with 40 rupees and now we have crores of rupees. So this is the best business. And all businessmen said, really true. Starting with 40 rupees and just in the span of 4, 5, 6 years, crores of rupees. Swamiji is most successful businessman. Like that. So Sri Madatatam, no, this thing. Tatra Sri Vijay Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir, Niti, there will be morality. All morality. And so like that, Shravana Mangalam Sri Madatatam, Bhuvi Granantiye, those souls who spread Krishna Katha on this planet Earth, Bhurida Janaha, they are the most munificent people. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was resting in Jagannath Vallabh garden in the afternoon period, when Lord Jagannath was offered bhoga in Balagandi by all the people, there is some time, Rath Yatra doesn't continue. So then he just went for resting. He was, so to say, tired after dancing so much vigorously. So when he was underneath one tree resting, that is the time Sarva Bhattacharya guided, instructed King Pratapruta. This is the time. You have been longing to meet Mahaprabhu. Change yourself into normal civilian, simple clothes. Go to him and sing verses from Bhagavatam, Gopi Geet. So he went as a simple white dhoti, no kurta, only one uttari. Mahaprabhu with closed eyes, he was just reclining. And he went near feet and started massaging, started singing Gopi Geet. Jayati te dhikam janmana braja shrayata indira Shashvadatrahi Daita Drushatam Dikshutavakas Tvai Vruta Sabas Tvam Vichinvate. And then first verse, then second, third, fourth, fifth. When he went to ninth, this Tavakatamritam and Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Jana. As soon as he said that ninth verse, before he could go ahead, immediately Mahaprabhu opened his eyes, he sat up. And then he embraced King Pratapruta, saying, Bhurida, Bhurida, you are the most munificent person because I am afflicted. Because Jagannath is on the road, he is away from Jagannath. So he is feeling pangs of separation from Lord. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but in the mood of Radharani. So he would feel he is Radharani only. So Radharani is in separation with Krishna. And here is a person who is reminding him or her of Krishna. So he is ecstatic. And then he asked, "Who are you, my dear sir?" Said, "Raja kahe ami toma dasera nudas bhruttera bhruttakari yei abhilash." I'm only servant of your servants, O Lord. And my only wish is to be accepted like that, to be servant of your servant. So thus, one who hears Krishna Katha, it's very, very intoxicating. One will forget the entire creation. Nothing you need. You need only Krishna. Only because of your illusion, because of your ignorance, you think I need this, I need that, I need a degree, I need a wife, I need money, I need a house, I need a car, I need iPhone, I need mobile, I need this, that. Nothing you need. You need only Krishna. But only that illusion is so strong. Because of deficiency of hearing, one has no conviction, or deficiency of hearing from pure devotees. If only one hears from pure devotees, one will become convinced beyond doubt. This is it. That's it. Vasudeva sarvamiti. Vasudeva para yoga, Vasudeva param jnanam, Vasudeva param tapaha, Vasudeva this, Vasudeva is this, Vasudeva that, everything. Vasudeva is my house, Vasudeva is my money, Vasudeva is my wife, Vasudeva is my child, Vasudeva is my father, Vasudeva is my house, Vasudeva is my mobile, Vasudeva is my laptop, Vasudeva is my food, Vasudeva is everything. Vasudeva sarvamiti. Krishna is the end all and be all. This conclusion one should reach. If he has not reached, that means he has not heard sufficiently. Or if he has heard sufficiently, if he says, then he has not heard properly. Is there quantity or quality is lacking in hearing? That's why. Otherwise, if one hears properly, sufficiently and unlimitedly with heart, then one will have no attraction for anything mundane. Ahead he says, yeah, that is done. Also he says, we must certainly know that on the absolute plane, Krishna Katha and Krishna are one and the same. When Krishna only enters through Krishna Katha. Krishna and Krishna Katha are not different. Srimad Bhagavatam is incarnation of Krishna. That Krishna Swadhama Upagate Dharma Jnana Divi Saha Kalo Nashta Drushamesha Puranarpa Adunadita. When Krishna went at the end of Dwapar Yuga back to his Golok Vrindavan Dham along with Dharma, the religion, and Jnana, knowledge, etc. Then all the population of Kali Yuga, they were submerged in ignorance, darkness of ignorance. So to give them light, now this brilliant sun in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam has arisen to dissipate the ignorance. So Bhagavatam is incarnation of Krishna. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani, he would go and daily hear from Radharani only in the form of Gadadhar Pandit. And Radharani is mad after Krishna. So she is mad after Bhagavatam. She means he, Gadadhar Pandit. A very expert reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam verses. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go and hear and feel relieved like that. And he would be so ecstatic. Repeat it again. That is the nature. The Lord is the absolute truth, and therefore his name, form, qualities, etc., which are all understood to be Krishna Katha, are non-different from him. Bhagavad Gita being spoken by the Lord is as good as the Lord himself. When a sincere devotee reads Bhagavad Gita, this is as good as seeing the Lord face to face in his personal presence. But this is not so for the mundane wrangler. So devotees particularly, because they are having that affection for the Lord. All the potencies of the Lord are there when one reads Bhagavad Gita, provided it is read in the way recommended in the Gita by the Lord himself. One cannot foolishly manufacture an interpretation of Bhagavad Gita and still bring about transcendental benefit. Anyone who tries to squeeze some artificial meaning or interpretation from Bhagavad Gita for an ulterior motive is not Shraddhadhana Pumsaha, one engaged anxiously in bona fide hearing of Krishna Katha. So that is impure way of hearing Krishna Katha. Such a person cannot derive any benefit from reading Bhagavad Gita, however great scholar he may be in the estimation of a layman. The Shraddhadhana or faithful devotee can actually derive all the benefits of Bhagavad Gita because by the omnipotency of the Lord, he achieves the transcendental bliss which vanquishes attachment and nullifies all concomitant material miseries. Only the devotee by his factual experience can understand the import of the verse spoken by Vidura. The pure devotee of the Lord enjoys life by constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord by hearing Krishna Katha. See, when you are hearing Krishna Katha, you will remember the lotus feet of the Lord, means Lord. So it's tantamount to seeing the Lord. Though it is hearing, but you are seeing Krishna. That's why it is called as Shrutekshita Pantha or Shrauta Pantha. The submissive oral reception word Prabhupada uses in his book. Oral reception. It's just like somebody is coming to me through my ears. There is a road like this, it comes. And it touches the ear. So Krishna comes and he enters in my ear hole and then he goes in my heart. Submissive oral reception. When I hear Krishna Katha, Krishna enters through my ear holes. And that's how he cleanses our heart. Yesterday we discussed also. So hearing Krishna Katha is similar as seeing Krishna, remembering Krishna. So the goal ultimately of life is remember Krishna. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. We have to remember Krishna at the last moment. Ante narayana smritihi. So unless we practice remembrance of Krishna throughout life, how would we remember him at the last moment? The whole year you don't study anything and suddenly you go for exam and you come up with flying colors. Impossible. Throughout the semester, throughout the year you have to keep studying. Then when you go for exam, in fact before exam we overdo. We study like anything. Generally we may study 1-2 hours daily. In the holidays maybe 5-6 hours in holidays. But before exam we study daily 10 to 14 hours minimum. So then we go for exam and then we fare well over there. So similarly one has to hear Krishna Katha unlimitedly. For such a devotee there is no such thing as material existence, and the much advertised bliss of Brahmanand is like a fig for the devotee who is in the midst of the transcendental ocean of bliss. So 3 types of pleasures are there: Jadanand, Brahmanand, Bhaktianand. Progressively. Jadanand means all the Jada pleasure through dead objects of this world, foodstuffs, sleeping, and sense objects, forms, sound, all that. Respective sense objects for the senses. So that gives Jadanand. Then above that, for impersonalist Gyanis, there is Brahmanand, the bliss of merging in Brahma Jyoti. But the highest is Bhaktianand, the bliss of the service of the Lord. So devotee who is experiencing Bhaktianand, for him Brahmanand is a fig, is insignificant. So what to speak of Jadanand? It is said in front of the ocean of Brahmanand, Jadanand is like one drop. So who will be interested in that one drop? So Gyanis and Yogis are never interested in Jadanand, cross materialistic pleasures. And in front of the ocean of Bhakti, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Brahmanand is like one drop. So a devotee cares a fig, Prabhupada is using the word, for this Brahmanand. So where is the question for a devotee to think of any worldly pleasures, sense pleasures? No question. So that much we should be absorbed. So any kind of attraction to material sense gratification or even liberation for that matter. These are the 2 witches, चुड़ैल है भक्ति के मार्ग में. तो चुड़ैल है जो आपको haunt कर सकती है. चुड़ैल she haunts, no? So who are they? Bhukti, Kamana and Mukti Kamana. Bhukti and Mukti. Of the 2, Mukti is the worst. When we want to get rid of some service, na, hell with this service. हो गया, marathon हो गया. अभी no more book, liberated. Now next 11 months I am free bird. This Mukti Kamna is a problem. How can you want to get rid of books? You should want to distribute more. Okay, good. That one full month was full distribution. We had a vacation also and all devotees went. Now semester is beginning and some other thing, but I will do side by side book distribution because I got a good test. I got understanding how to distribute and how pleasurable and how helpful it is for others. So I'll distribute daily. I will carry few books to college on the way here and there in college campus. I'll distribute. You can distribute to your professors also. I have distributed to the More madam who taught me electrical machines in 3rd semester, and Patil madam who taught me power system. To both of them I gave BTG magazines, and to Tate sir I gave Essence of Bhagavad Gita, that mechanical branch professor. And once that Jalnekar sir, Jalgaonkar sir, he's our HOD, he called me to his room, gave me the chair. He said, you go to ISKCON? I said, yes sir. So what all you do? I said, I stay in youth center. And both strong. So like that. Once he saw me in Dhoti Kurta also, in the campus, like that. So we have to preach. Not that get rid of a particular service. No. Okay, now life has changed, so I may focus on some other service. That service I like, but my guru wants me to do this service, I do this service. Not that hell with that service. That should never happen. Like that, earlier I have seen my life how it went on. One point of time I was a Sankirtan leader. Sankirtan means street Sankirtan leader also. Every day 5 p.m. after our dinner prasad, Rai Shampuru had made me leader. So every brahmachari had to come. I would make announcement, Hare Krishna, we are leaving soon. And I would start with Nama Om Vishnu Pada. So loud sound in the campus of Kunjaveri temple. So all brahmacharis would join. And then by that time Rai Shampuru is also there, and he would ask all the brahmacharis, no, 2-3 are missing. No, go in the ashram, get them. No, so I would go, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, who is there? Rai Shampuru is calling, come quickly. And then take all brahmacharis to Pune station or to MG Road or here, there, different time, Rasta Pet, and like that, and bring them back by 5, I don't know what time, 6 o'clock or something. So Sankirtan was at the top, but some other time then book distribution was at top, then youth preaching was at top. So the pattern of services kept changing, but not like there is hatred for any service. We are happy with all services, but lifestyle will change, bodily structure will change, so many things will change. But once Prabhupada chanted 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra, and then he took his hand out and he dashed his bead bag on the desk in front. He kept it like that and said, now I can do any damn thing in the day. I am liberated from chanting. He expressed our desire for liberation. How, we want to get rid of 16 rounds. Ho gaya, 16 mala, hell with it now. Next 22 hours, I am a free bird, liberated soul. Till tomorrow morning 5:30, there is no misery. For misery for today is over. आज के दुख की पराजय. So it should not be like that. So mukti kamna is not good. One should be ecstatic with any devotional service. Okay, so any question? Krishna Katha glories are unlimited. Hearing about the Lord is the foundation. So how much you hear, that is not so much visible in one sense. Morning Katha, everything we are together. But daytime, how much you read Prabhupada books. Okay, this is some side topic in that. Srila Prabhupada books and Guru Vani. So we should hear. What we should do during Prasadam and all, we can put on some lecture. If not, maybe Kirtan then, in case concentration is difficult. Or some book, some devotee can read Krishna book. Or maybe Chaitanya Charitamrita or Lilamrit. Something like that. But keep hearing. So one devotee sacrifices his meal, just like some others are also sacrificing because they are serving prasadam. 2-3 devotees might be serving, so they are not able to take. Their half an hour is gone, but that is how they are engaged in serving Krishna and Vaishnavas. Similarly, one more devotee needs to sacrifice, who will read. In Radha Gopinan temple, I have seen every day in the afternoon when Guru Maharaj would come and sit for prasadam. So that time, in those years, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Swami, who was earlier Eklavya Prabhu as a brahmachari, so he would every day read Lilamrit, from Lilamrit. All the brahmacharis would sit, congregation, Maharaj, and then he would have his, satar or something, like that. And then he would sing, he would read very softly another. And after one statement, he would pull one string. And it was very musical reading, like that. So one should do that. That is... a Prabhupada book can be read, like Krishna book. It should be some katha kind of thing, not hardcore philosophy preferably, because that otherwise creates little tension. If you ask question which are very difficult, then people are tensed anytime he may ask question. So the indigestion may be affected. There may be indigestion. So it should be katha. In between, some friendly way, some question can be asked. But it should not be to create tension, it should be to increase attention, not to create tension, but to increase attention. And lectures of the spiritual master, earlier I heard direct hundreds of lectures, I was telling in 1990, and now I don't have so much Vapu association, direct here, but I hear audio lectures. I have the other mobile, small mobile, so there some 50-100 lectures of Guru Maharaj. So I keep hearing while bathing, while taking prasadam. Coming like this. Sometimes devotees who are serving prasad, they want to ask something. But sometimes I tell them while taking prasadam, one should not speak. Let me hear. And you also hear. Very nice lecture. And doing some other activities also. It can be going on. I have a habit of putting it on. And by Krishna's grace, I underwent one very strong treatment in which I had lot of time, 5:15 a.m. till night 8:30 p.m. I was in ashram only, taking medicine, drinking water. So then that way I got lot of time, and I heard hundreds of lectures of spiritual master, and I made that audio clips also. tinyurl.com/Guruvani. How many of you hear that? Nobody is hearing, only you. Others can write down tinyurl.com/Guruvani. If you wish to hear something very powerful, hear that. Guruvani, Guruvani. tinyurl.com, anyway, famous. Our site or whatever it is Guruvani. So there I think 200 plus audio clips, because when I heard them I felt this is very powerful, I should hear in later part of my life. But how would I remember which lecture, which from where, starting with 29 minutes onwards. So I started making audio clips. When I made 50-60, I shared with some devotees. They liked it very much. They said you should upload, and they only uploaded. It's very powerful. Or Himanshu Prabhu helps me nowadays, and some IIT Madras devotees are assisting him, it seems. So very, very powerful. You hear one and you see for yourself how powerful it is. Yes, any question? I don't know how long to go on. Somebody raised hand? Yes.
How to get rid of this mukti tendency?
By serving only, by associating with those devotees who are deep in Bhakti Rasamrut Sindhu. The mukti tendency is there because we have been associating with Jnani type people. Jnani type people and Jnani type devotees also. Because Jnana Bijas are there in the hearts of some devotees. Pure devotees have only Bhakti Lata Bij, which is not just Bij, now it has fructified, the Lata is growing, and it has crossed universe, it has crossed Vaikunthas also, it has gone Golok Vrindavan, it has produced Krishna Prem Phal, and it is fallen in the garden of this pure devotee, and he is tasting it also. So he is the one we should hear from. Then our Bhakti Lata Bij will be further watered. Shravanam and Kirtanam. But unfortunately we hear from many others, even in the name of devotees, who go in the name of devotees, but they have Jnana Bijas in their heart. Forget about Jnana Bijas, they have all the Bijas, social Bijas, political Bijas. You can read 152 verse purport of 19th chapter of Madhya Lila, Rupa Shiksha. Sei Bijalaya kare aropan, Shravana Kirtana jale karaye sinchan, Pramanda Pramita Kono Bhagavana Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij. One who is very fortunate soul, he gets Bhakti Lata Bij in Guru Parampara by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So he should sow the seed in the sand, in the land of his, in the soil of his heart. Sahi bija laya kare aropan karo uska. Shravana Kirtana jale karaye sinchan, usko watering karo through Shravana and Kirtan. So the whole series of those slokas talk. How then, one also nourishes Jnana Bij and all that. He takes from here. All hearing only matters. Just like I told, he has heard unlimited sentences in Telugu. So he can speak fluently Telugu. And all others, I can speak 3 sentences, which I told that day. So I heard only those 3 statements repeatedly, and I wrote down, I memorized them. That's it. Marathi I can speak unlimitedly, because I have heard unlimited sentences. You all may be Hindi, English, whichever. So what goes in, that only comes out. So if you hear Jnanis, if you hear Yogis, these Bijas will go. Prabhupada talks about these other 6 Bijas. Jnana Bij, Karma Bij, Yoga Bij, then social Bij, philanthropic Bij, and political Bij. Devotees have so much interest in politics. Brahmacharis go to internet lab and sit in front of the computer and see, what is happening, who will be the CM for Maharashtra, whether BJP or Congress, or what is happening. So much interest they have. So this is all useless. What's the use? So Mukti Kamana is there, that means we have been having Jnana Bij in your heart. Bhakti Lata Bij, it may be there, but it is choked. उसका गला दबा के उसको बंद करेंगे. किसी को बड़े लड़के ने छोटे लड़के का गला दबा है और वो आवाज कर रहा है जोर से, या कुत्ता है, एक छोटा कुत्ता है और एक बड़ा कुत्ता है. सो द बिग डॉग इज बार्किंग लाइक एनीथिंग, सो स्मॉल डॉग उसका आवाज नहीं सुनाई देगा, तो क्या करेगा बेचारा, छोटा सा है. So like that our Bhakti Lata Bij should not be small, it should be flourishing like anything in a beautiful Lata, creeper. And Gyan Bijas and all, they all Karmani Nirdahati Kintucha Bhakti Bhajam. All the Karma Bijas and all, they are all burnt when one performs Bhakti. Karmani Nirdahati Kintucha Bhakti Bhajam. भक्ति करना चाहिए, and under the guidance of pure devotees, then only. Otherwise, so many other bijas come. How many of you found by taking oxygen of some people, you got some other desires which are not directly related to Krishna? Yeah, Ajamil is the best example. He was out there in the forest for getting samida, firewood, for the father's fire sacrifice. But he saw a low class man and woman embracing, kissing, and he got completely carried away. And then he brought her only in the house, started staying with her, and kicked out his wife, parents. So this is strong association. So we should not take association, meaning accepting. One should not accept what others do and what others say. One should stamp the whole world is crazy, they are all fools and rascals. So I will not listen to anyone. I will listen only to my Guru. That we should not say. Like I know all my professors and all, they are fools. Because they are mad after money, they are mad after prestige. They are all fools. So only intelligent person is Radhesham Prabhu and his devotees, Prabhupada. Jai Krishna Bhaje, Sai Bada Chatur. One who is surrendered to Maya, he is a fool number one. Though he may carry PhD degree, postdoc, that's all useless. Triple PhD degree, he is a fool number one. Bigger fool maybe. I heard recently one lecture of His Holiness Radha Maharaj. He was telling one of his friends, mostly God brother, Prabhupada disciple, in America he got a PhD degree. So outside his office or inside his office, he wrote there, PhD in philosophy. FOOLOSOPHY. I have done PhD in philosophy. मैं बड़ा fool बन गया. So Maharaj was telling he is the only one he understood the subject matter, the material world properly. That he has done PhD in philosophy, not philosophy. FOOLO, philosophy. So karma gyan beach, karma beach. If you are very mad after working very hard, earning money, that means you have associated with somebody who has that dhan beach or karma beach, rajogun beach. So associate with pure devotees. Yes, any other?
Can you tell, like you are mentioning that even among devotees also we carry this karma vision. How to identify such kind of devotees and keep ourselves aloof?
By reading Prabhupada's books daily and hearing everyday class. Nashtapraya Shobhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. All this temporary contamination which has come recently, as recent as maybe while coming for the class only you got some contamination. You saw something bad or something. So that contamination will be removed by Krishna Katha only. Krishna only is the purifying agent in the form of Krishna Katha and Krishna Naam. Otherwise, material solutions won't work. Naiti, Gyan Marg doesn't work. Oh no. Don't think of red monkey. So what comes in the mind? Red monkey only comes in the mind. So that is not the process. Don't think of. Think of what? Think of Krishna. That and how think of Krishna, then Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's pastime, everything is so varied, so much of variety is there. Krishna's names are so many. In Garga Samhita there are 1000 names of Krishna. Krishna Sahasranam. Similarly 1000 names of Yamuna are also there. Yamuna Devi. So amazing. See? So what do we know? We hardly know. Okay, Yamuna, Suryaputri, Kalindi, Krishna, that's it. But what about 996 more names of Yamuna? So we have a lot of information, a lot. His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj has translated 170 books or 160 books of our Acharyas into English language. So we all read English. So we can read. I have made a list of 70 books. I want to read them first, and after that I will read maybe remaining 90 or whatever. By that time Maharaj would have translated 200, 500 books. And plus Radha Swami Maharaj has given, I don't know how many, more than 3000 lectures. Of which I have heard from 1989, 1990, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98 lectures I am hearing. Up to 50 I heard. Now 52nd I am hearing. That lecture is only named as philosophy versus philosophy. Nice. Yes, any other?
In this section itself only, like for us, we have to do Krishna Katha, get rid of the karma vision. My question is like
Krishna Katha from pure devotees. That's why daily reading Prabhupada books is very important. He is a pure devotee for sure. And down the line, especially our generation, many devotees are mad for worldly attractions, for politics, name, fame. So they may be practicing, but not necessarily having pure aspiration. And they get carried away. I see brahmacharis, they want to make their presence on YouTube and they keep watching how many viewers are there and all that. If somebody asks a question, then they'll say, no, my site is there, yeah, YouTube channel is there. There I have spoken for 15 minutes. You may hear that. The person has approached, he will not answer because he wants him to get hooked there. So lot of this thing. And people keep watching, how many followers Gaur Gopal Pro has, viewers, and how many on my YouTube channel. So my worldly contamination is there. Gross level Ajamil sir, he was one, but subtle level many of us are Ajamils only. अजा मील, एक नाम माया का है अजा, भगवान का नाम अज है, अजोपि सन अव्यात्मा भूतानाम ईश्वरोपि सन. सो अजा को मिल गया, जो जिसने आजा के साथ माया के साथ हाथ मिला ले, उसका नाम है अजा मिल. ये राधा गोविंद महाराज का एक्सप्लेनेशन है. तो माया से मिला हुआ तो अजामिल हो गया वो. तो हम छोटे अजामिल ही हम लोग. So one should not hear from such a small or big ajamil. One should hear from pure devotees or pure representatives of the pure devotees. Okay, may not be pure devotees, but they speak purely. They read from pure devotees and they just repeat. They may not be themselves very pure devotees, but they are aspiring to reach there. Sooner or later they would be there, but such devotees only we should hear from. So that discrimination is there with Madhyam Adhikari, who is in good standing and who is not. That doesn't mean that those who are not practicing purely, they have many other vijas, Madhyam Adhikari will disrespect them. He respects them and he pays obeisances, in the sense he respects, but he doesn't offend. But he doesn't associate with them. Association is only of pure devotees. Prabhupada and maybe one spiritual master and maybe one or two more who are pure devotees. They may be Shiksha Gurus, but they are pure devotees. They have absolutely no attraction for anything mundane. Jadanand, absolutely no pleasure they derive. And Brahmanand, there is no trace of it. Those who are purely experiencing Bhakti-Anand, to such devotees only one should associate with, not others. From them only we should hear. Yes.
How can we become more attentive and ultimately absorbed while hearing?
Prabhupada says that who can hear with rapt attention? In Bhagavatam only he says. Everything is there in Bhagavatam, especially in Prabhupada purports. Who can hear with rapt attention? Only who is pure in his mind. Only when your mind is very pure, you can hear with rapt attention. Otherwise, mind will go here and there. Who is pure in his mind? One who is pure in his actions. Who is pure in his actions? One who is pure in eating, sleeping, mating and defending. So eating purely means only taking Krishna Prasad. No question of eating foodstuffs cooked by non-devotees. And not even question of taking foodstuffs not offered, there's no question. Or offered, then who is offering it? Devotee should have offered it. Sometimes some well-wishers and all, whom I know, or some brahmacharis know, they give us, they purchase some laddus from some sweetmeat shop and they offer us with tulsi. So I immediately ask, ये कहाँ से है? वो sweetmeat shop से. लेकिन मैंने offer किया, ये तुलसी है. So we don't take that because he is not chanting one round also, or maybe chanting only one round. So why should I take that? Because he has so many material desires. I will get. Even demigod Vishnu temples we go, and there somebody is offering his, but that person Pujari may not be pure devotee. He has his many material desires, and he has offered it to the Lord. So we may take it and give to somebody else, or to cows or somebody. We don't take it because food, the prasadam should, bhoga should offer to the Lord by devotees only, cooked by devotee and offered. And third is also good, served by devotee. But in case lack of servers, we may have to take ourselves only. But best is devotees. In the Gaudiya Math, Bhaktivinoda Thakur arranged sannyasis to serve. He released order in all Gaudiya Maths. All the sannyasis will serve all the brahmacharis and whosoever is taking, and sannyasi will take prasad at the end. One other reason was the sannyasis had grown fat because hardly movement, sitting. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was concerned. He would never like any fat person because that means he's not working hard. So then he released all sannyasis also because they'll have to bend. And now also if you go to Gaudiya Mutt, you'll find sannyasis will be serving prasadam and all that because they know Guru long before Bhaktivinoda Thakur had said. So what was the question? So eating, purely eating. When it's only taking Krishna prasadam, nothing else. And then sleeping. I sleep only to recover my exhaustion while rendering services today. That's why I am sleeping. And so that I will have more strength tomorrow to render services to Krishna. There is no material purpose for which I take rest. There is no enjoyment that I derive through it. It is just to recover the exhaustion. That took place because I served a lot today. And tomorrow I want to serve much more. So exhaustion has to be recovered through sleep. So eating, sleeping, mating. Sex for procreation, not for recreation. Only duly married husband, wife, they have physical union for producing Krishna conscious children, raising them in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, no sex. Otherwise, both of them are brahmacharis, grahastha brahmacharis. Prabhu and Mata both are brahmacharis only. So pure mating and pure defending. I defend the mission of Prabhupada. I defend pure devotees. I don't defend myself. Tiraskrita vipralabdha shapta shipta hatapi nasyatat pratikurvanti tadbhakta prabhavayapi. In the first canto, about Parikshit Maharaj it is said, he was cursed by Shrungi. Who was he? A small Brahmin boy. Who was he in front of Parikshit Maharaj? He was a pure devotee. But Parikshit did not counter curse. He had the power, but he did not. Tiraskrita, a devotee is neglected. Vipralabdha, he is cheated. Shapta is cursed. Shipta, hatapi, he is killed also. Nasyatat pratikurvanti. Pratikar nahi karta mera bhakta. Shuddha bhakta. So no defending of one's, in one sense, body. But okay, body we can defend because body is a vehicle for service of the Lord. So we may. So Parikshit did not defend that way also. But okay, through him Krishna had some other lesson to do. But for us at least we should not defend our false ego. What you said? You said I am a rascal. I will prove how I am not rascal, I am intelligent and you are Maharascal. So no defending. But defending Prabhupada's mission. Anybody talks ill about Prabhupada, Acharyas, Krishna, then we blast, means we defeat them philosophically. No, this is wrong. Sir, what are you talking? This is not the way. So this one who is pure in his eating, sleeping, mating, defending, he is pure in his action and thereby he is pure in his mind. And such a person with purity of the mind, he only can hear with rapt attention. You can read that. I don't know which shloka is that, in which he says, rapt what if we give. Any other question? Yes. Mataji, have a question? Yes.
You said that it will take us like lifetimes or many decades, many lifetimes to get rid of at least 75% of anarthas.
If we have been committing offenses, if we avoid that, then within short time only you can become pure devotee, or at least come to Nishtha stage.
Still that time is very long as compared to like our own understanding. So how to maintain, how to cultivate patience for such long time?
By being in the mode of goodness, by serving great souls. Nashta prayesho abhadresho nityam bhagavata sevaya. When you serve book Bhagavat and person Bhagavat, then you get rid of anarthas. Next sloka says that, 19 verse, 1 to 19. Tada rajastamo bhava kama lobha adayashe chete eter anaviddam sitam sattve prasiddhati. Then, when you hear Grantha Bhagavat and Vyakti Bhagavat, then the effects of the modes, lower modes of passion and ignorance, characterized by lust, greed, etc. Kama, lobha, adayashe. They are removed. And one is situated in the mode of goodness. So in the mode of goodness, all those 6 qualities are there. Utsahan, Nichayat, Dhairyat, Tattat Karma Pravatana, Sangatyagat, Sattavrutti. This is in goodness. And before that, passion and ignorance. Atyahara prayasascha, prajalpo niyamagraha, janasangascha laulyamcha, shadvir bhaktir vinashyati. So these are all 6 in passion and ignorance. Whereas third verse, Utsaha Nischay, that is all in goodness. You will be enthusiastic in action, Krishna conscious action. As far as result go, you are patient. You can go on with the same action forever, for whole life, life after life, for all eternity. Mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhaktir ahetuki tvai. Same service you can go on. You see, Jananivas Prabhu, worshipping deities, Radha Madhav. From day one, what, 71? 1971 till now. How many years? 71, 50 and 54 years. Deity worship. In fact, one devotee asked him, Prabhu, you are very senior, you are Prabhupada disciple, you are brahmachari also. Why didn't you preach like your other god brothers who have been preaching all over the world? He said, nobody asked me to. Simple answer. Nobody asked me to preach. So I went on with the service which Prabhupada gave me. See, there is no absolutely disturbance. I should do this also, I should do that. No, same thing. यही करना है. Otherwise, lifelong. In fact, he did not go out of India also for what they call renewing that visa and all that. Pankajangri Prabhu alone would go to London because they are from London, and then one day he would wear one T-shirt and something like that, and then he would go and his Pankajangri Das, means what is that earlier name. Next day he would change his clothes differently, and then he would go as Jananivas Das because they both are twins, no? They look alike. And that immigration officer, who saw that officer, he would not understand only that same person has come today also. So he would cheat. And Jananivas Prabhu never went to London. He always stayed in Mayapur only. Many years, 20-25 years later, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj called him. He said, our Radha Gopinath temple head priest, head pujari is Jananivas Prabhu. Because way back when Maharaj was in Brahmachari in New Vrindavan and Shaligram Shilas were brought, he did not know how to worship Shaligram Shila. He was worshipping only Radha Vrindavan Chandra there. So then he asked later, Prabhupada, how to worship Shaligram Shila, I don't know. So Prabhupada said, you offer Ganga Jal and Tulsi Dal and some 2-3 things. He said, for more details, you may contact Jananivas. So then Maharaj wrote a letter from New Vrindavan to Jananivas Prabhu. So Jananivas Prabhu gave further guidelines to him. So Maharaj said that you are only our head pujari of Radha Gopinath. So you have to come. How can a head pujari not visit his deities? So you have to come to Bombay. So then first time Jananivas Prabhu after 20-25 years left Mayapur to come to Bombay. And then he came to Bombay. So see, such kind of fixity. Absolutely no wavering. That is possible. What was your question?
How to cultivate patience?
So that requires goodness. Patience is in the mode of goodness. Utsahan. So enthusiasm in activity and full confidence, this is it. So then one can go on with the same activity. Because this is it, nothing else. And then patience is automatically there. Because as Krishna said to the gopis, your sacrifice, imagine they are women. Even men in the 12 o'clock in the night, just imagine 12 o'clock in the night, any one of you have to come out of this voice gate and you have to go and walk on the street, go towards Hyderabad gate or something like that. It's not so easy. Or boys also, isn't it? Anything can happen. A dog can bark and bite also. That is the most possible probable possibility. And then anything else, somebody can take your money, your mobile, something like that. So gopis are in the women body, they went in the deep forest of Vrindavan, which is worse than this as far as fear is concerned. So they went. So Krishna said, there is nothing in my possession that I could offer you. So may you be satisfied with your service only. Na parayemaham. I am not capable of. And they went on with their services anyway. So one can go on with the same service forever. There's no problem. And we have some devotees in ISKCON. They are doing same service for years and decades. That requires goodness. In passion, one wants to quickly change services. Okay, this is done now. I got fame. Everybody knows now. Now next service. What is the next service which will give me name, fame, some profit? What is there in it for me? And then next, like that. And ignorant fellow, oh, better if I don't get any service. I will escape. Anytime manager come, Prabhu, mala bachi hai. He always gives excuses. 16 mala nahi hue. Yes, any other? That's why they say if you want to get a service done, go to a busy devotee. The devotee in the mode of ignorance is lazy devotee. One in the mode of passion is crazy devotee, and one in the mode of goodness is busy devotee. He's always busy with Krishna conscious service. So go to busy devotee, he has 10 services lined up, and he will take your 11th service also, and he will be able to do it. And this lazy fellow, he will escape. And crazy fellow, he may take it up, and then he may forget it because he has so many other things. Or he may do your thing, but then he will neglect the other thing because he has 100 things he has taken up. The ignorant fellow will not take up single service. The passionate fellow will take hundreds of services, and then busy devotee in the mode of goodness, he will have 10 services, and he will well plan how to do this today only or maximum tomorrow afternoon, and he will get it. He will execute properly. Yes, any other? And serving great souls also. Vyakti Bhagavat, person Bhagavats also.
While doing chanting Bhagavatam, when you feel that ignorance and passion, in that process only.
Yes, because earlier things are there, no? So that will take some time, no? Just like I have some disease for 10 months and I go to doctor, he gives medicine. So while taking medicine only, my symptoms of disease are continuing. So that doesn't mean that when I take medicine touches my tongue, all the disease over. Then I'll never take the medicine only. The fact that he has given tablets for 10 days, that means 10 days disease will remain. And this is the first course, first meeting. Then after 10 days he has called you back also. Then he will give you next set of medicines also. It's not that just the medicine touches the tongue and end of the whole disease. No. So it will go on. This is residual. Just like after switching off fan also, it continues to rotate for some more minutes or seconds. Slowly it comes to a halt. Then it stops. So similarly, for us also it is like that. There are 6 symptoms of pure devotional service. Kleshagni, Shubhada, Moksha Laguta Krit, Sandrananda Visheshatma, one more, and then Sri Krishna Karshani. So the first 2 are exhibited in the sadhan bhakti stage only. That is Kleshagni. All your kleshas will be over. And the klesh is mainly because of ignorance and passion. So Kleshagni. And Shubhada, you will have such auspicious qualities. Everybody will be drawn to you. Will be attracted to you. And then Moksha Lagutakrit. When you practice Bhava Bhakti, then liberation is insignificant. Then you just go on with the same service forever. And Sandrananda Visheshatma, I am not sure whether it is Bhava Bhakti or Prema Bhakti. But Sandrananda Visheshatma means condensed bliss. Just like if I have water in a glass and I put my finger inside, it will go all the way to bottom also. Because the water molecules are loosely packed. But if I hear this steel rod, the steel molecules are tightly packed. So if I try to put my finger inside, the rod will be pushed forward, but my finger cannot penetrate that rod because the molecules are tightly bound. So like that, condensed bliss in the heart of the devotee does not allow any material energy to go inside only. It just bounces back. Just like ball also, no? You throw it on the wall, it bounces back. It cannot go through the wall outside. It will bounce back. So similarly, because there it is solid structure. If it is some very thin paper, if you throw a ball, it will tear off the paper and go outside. Like that, the devotee's heart is experiencing Krishna fully. So material energy cannot enter only inside. Then Sri Krishna Karshani, when devotee reaches Prema Bhakti stage, Krishna is attracted to such a devotee. Krishna, who is all attractive, is attracted to the devotion of the devotee. Krishna is not attracted to us. Krishna is attracted to our devotion, because that devotion is part and parcel of Srimati Radharani. And in pure devotee, it is so much like full manifestation of Srimati Radharani. So then Krishna gets attracted to such a devotee. Tomara Rudoye Sada Govinda Vishram Govinda Kohena Mora Vaishnava Paran. Govinda is peacefully resting in the heart of pure devotee, because his heart is so pure. There is no material contamination, and there is only thought about Krishna, the desire to serve Krishna, speak about Krishna, that's it. Krishna, 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 Krishna. There is nothing else that he knows. He is mad after Krishna, and Krishna knows it for sure. Krishna resides peacefully in his heart. And our heart only Paramatma resides. Krishna says, no, dangerous fellow. He has so many mortal pleasures. So Paramatma says, you keep shouting, you rascal, I will be undisturbed. So, is that okay? Yes. Any other? Mataji's? Yes.
We have heard that by emotional attachment, we feel pain or things like that in the body. So how to overcome that?
By spiritual attachment. In fact, in spiritual life also we have emotions, but not immediately in one sense. Many of us we come with the baggage of our body and mind and all that, subtle body also. So sometimes we may be experiencing emotion in spiritual life, but it may be material, in a sense emotional. So contamination is still there. But eventually, if you read the second, third, fourth parts of Nectar of Devotion book, there are so many emotions, even yawning, drooling, Radharani when she gets up. This is for the pleasure of Krishna. Angadai leti ho. So it's only for serving Krishna and pleasing Krishna. हम लेते हैं कि ना बॉडी टायर्ड है और सो सकता था मैं लेकिन क्या करूं वो प्रसाद नहीं मिलेगा 4:30 को if I don't reach. So our is because lust is there in the heart, desire to enjoy. So it's not pure. But when Radharani, everything she does is for Krishna only. Her eyes movement is for Krishna. Her eyelids closing, opening, breathing in, breathing out is for Krishna, and she breathes in Krishna only and she breathes out Krishna only. Her whole existence is Krishna Premamayi Radha Radha Premamayo Harihi. Jiva Goswami has written one song only. These are the lines. Radharani is made of Krishna Prem. Everything she does out of love for Krishna only. So those emotions, we blurt out our emotions, we exhibit. So that's why we should have a counselor or some friend with whom we can blurt out all these emotions, and he listens to us peacefully and knows that okay, what to do. All contamination. We should be able to shout also. क्या समझता है वो अपने आप को कथा कही का? हाँ 16 माला कर रहा है तो क्या हुआ? Like this you should talk to your friend or your counselor. Take out all the dirty stuff. Vomit it. जैसे vomit है अंदर गंदगी, मैं छोड़ ही नहीं रहा हूँ बाहर उसको, नहीं छोड़ूंगा तो बहुत बड़ा झमेला हो जाएगा. Spit it out, means vomit it out. फिर मुंह धो लो, फिर मेडिसिन ले लो, जैसे कि throughout life you don't keep vomiting. So like that. We should have a friend whom we can open up our heart. Otherwise, अंदर रहेगा तो it will become poisonous. It will kill one's existence. So those pure emotions will come later. Like Prabhupada seeing a flatbed truck and thinking, oh, we could have it for our Jagannath Rath Yatra. He's pure devotee, wanting, and he has no desire for prestige and all that. Prabhupada was in India, and in that temple, I don't know which one, Jew or whatever, the car was there, but the foreign devotee was not ready to drive the car. Prabhupada, the horn is not working, and in India the crowd is amazing. Buffalo may come in, dog may come, any human being, lady will come, old man will come, I will be in trouble. So I cannot drive. Prabhupada said, don't worry, I have horn, you sit. And he sat. Maharaj Prabhupada sat next to him. He took one plate and one spoon, and he took it out. Tang 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 tang, continuous. And he passed very good. And everybody, अरे क्या हुआ? कुछ आएगा? अग्निशमन दल का वो आया क्या? Fire brigade. And they are all looking. अरे no, this is normal car. And what is this, Swami? And Prabhupada, can you imagine how many of you sitting next to the driver in the car will take out a plate and with a spoon you will keep banging so that it acts like a horn. सारे नए लोग क्या सोचेंगे, अरे भाई मैं इस्कॉन का ब्रह्मचारी हूँ, ऐसे थोड़ी ना कर सकता. अरे इस्कॉन की फाउंडर आचार्य ने ये कर चुके हैं, आप किस खेत की मूली है? You are nothing in front of him. So you see how Prabhupada is innocent. And in America he was not getting American citizenship or whatever. So Prabhupada asked one young couple, who are his disciple, why don't you adopt me as your son? They were 25, 30, whatever. And when they go to that office, okay, so you're adopting a child. So what's the name of the child? A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Okay, male child. Yes, male child. What is the age? 75. 75! What nonsense! You are adopting father, or grandfather, or you are adopting? No, sir, we are adopting son only. Hey, ये क्या है? He will have to check all his law books कि ये क्या है भाई? America Constitution allows this kind of adopting of a child who is 75-year-old. Adopting father we can change it to. The child क्या भाई? See how innocent Prabhupada is for preaching anything. So his emotions are pure because he feels that this we are trying for American citizenship, but it is difficult, na, because he's Indian. So why not this then? This is easy way, na. So logic he is not thinking of. What will that officer think? Is this logical? You are 25, 30 and your son is 75. पागल हो गए क्या आप? नहीं, हम पागल हैं, हमारा होने वाला सन ही पागल है. नहीं. So till then hold on. Hold on means don't just hold on in your heart. Open up to somebody so that he knows. And once you have spoken, lightened your heart, then you are peaceful. He knows. And then he may also offer solution which will be spiritual, which will remove this material contaminant. Just like I said, vomit it out and then wash your mouth and then take medicine, by which further vomiting doesn't happen. The disease itself goes out. So no question of vomiting. So like that we have to work it out. Yes.
You said that Krishna only attracted to pure devotees. So you said only. Pure devotees attracted. What about that?
That's how we should offer service for the pleasure of pure devotee. Then because you have connection with him, then Krishna is attracted to you. If you directly go to Krishna, और तुम्हारे भक्त जनों में हमसे बढ़, get lost, you rascal. He will not even look at you. Krishna says in Adi Puran to Arjun, one who says that I am devotee of you, O Lord, he is not my devotee. But one who is servant of my devotee, he is my devotee. And Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur would literally apply this. Any person would come to meet him through servant, he would be asked, who are you? He said, I am devotee of Krishna. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur would send message, sorry, I am very busy, not now. Then just within few seconds, next person comes, who are you? Servant asks, I am servant of Krishna's devotees. Then immediately Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur would send message, get him immediately inside. All my time is for him. He would exactly follow that verse of Adi Puran, where Krishna says, one who says he is my devotee is not my devotee. One who is devotee of my devotee, he is my devotee. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said, servant of the servant of Krishna.
But you also said that Krishna is loving all of us.
Yes, that's why he has given facilities for practicing and all that. But if you have to attract him, he is attracted to the devotion in your heart. So the devotion will be there when you are attached to a pure devotee. If you are attached to false ego like that, so many people out of attachment to false ego, they go out, they make a religious display, पूजा चढ़ाएंगे, क्या कुछ नहीं करते. हमारे गुंजबेरी मंदिर में one old person would come, he would come in front of the Lord, like lordships are there like that, then he would look this side of the, like that. So that means his left thing is visible and he would stand like this. You understand? Lord is there. क्या कर रहे हैं पता नहीं. And then afterwards he would take out 10 rupees note from his pocket and he would hold it like this, and then he would put it in Hundiba. What a big display of bhakti. So Krishna is not attracted to such a person. Krishna is attracted when there is humility, there is love for him. There are so many Karma Mishra, Jnana Mishra bhaktas, but he is attracted by pure devotee. That's why Tomara Hrudaye Sada. Tomara means who? The pure devotee. In his heart only Krishna resides. In our heart only Paramatma. Paramatma will say, okay, what you want, this you want, that you have been asking for millions of lives. Sorry. Hare Krishna. Paramatma is neutral, undisturbed. You cannot disturb Paramatma. Nobody can disturb. So Krishna will enter through Krishna Katha. So more and more Krishna enters, and then one point of time Krishna only is there fully. Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Santah Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vidagyanti. In your own heart you will see Krishna. So bhakti means subordination. You have to give up your independence and surrender to a pure devotee who has no desire to enjoy anything. That's why millions of people can take shelter of the lotus feet of a pure devotee who is not interested in millions of followers at all. He is interested only pleasing Krishna. For Krishna's sake, he is happy to accept more and more followers who are Krishna's servants. Got it? Okay, any other? Then we will end here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। Haridas Warrior Prabhu. So yours, no? Who all did not get prasad till now? Mahaprasad? You came recently, huh? You were at home. Okay. Are you there at the end of Mangalati or you are going? There, no? All? Going? Going or not? Who wants Lord's mercy?